So here's the situation right now. We're going to talk about some technology and editing and videos and YouTube. Check right back, right after this plane flies overhead. All right, the plane's almost gone. So here's the deal. With ever-increasing technology, now everything is 4K, and I'm sure pretty soon it'll be 8K and whatever, because we consume and we want more and we want faster, we want better, we want clearer. But here's what I understand is what's going on with me. When I first started, it was really limited. It was with just a regular camera that took pictures, and then it also did video. I think it was a Casio. Man, that was a great camera. Quick to take pictures, very good camera. But if I remember, it was maybe 480. It topped out at 480. I don't even think I knew what the resolution was supposed to be at that time. Now, I think everything that's going in the future is on mobile, handheld, and I think most people in the emerging world, in other parts of the world where they're just starting to catch up, they may want to watch some video, but the bandwidth that they have available to them is not very good. So they're left with crappy videos from 5 years ago, right? And what's going on with me personally is my computer system is not as fast as it could be. I'm editing on a laptop, and the laptop I think has 2 megs of RAM, and it's just like a notebook really, actually, because my laptop crashed and died, and then I tried to fix it, and then I was like, screw it, just fucking give me something for $150, and that was it. But now what I'm realizing is, without having the correct amount of RAM and a lot of hard drive space, the whole editing process takes much more time, and now that time is also compounded by trying to upload everything that is highest resolution as possible, 4K and 1080p. So when I was editing stuff at 720p, 720, it seemed to go a lot quicker. And then we got 1080p. Now it's going a little bit slower. It takes a little more time to render. It takes a little more time for all the effects to work on the system. So, you know, for the foreseeable future, I'm just going to keep it at 1080p no matter what goes on, no matter what camera I get. And the current phone that I'm working with, it's 1080. It's an iPhone SE, and also this small little GoPro-ish type camera that I just recently picked up. I shot some stuff with it. It said 4K on it, but it was 4K at 15 frames, which is normal video is at 30 frames a second, which is normally what we see, how we look at things. You know, once it gets quicker, 60 and 120 frames a second. That's how you slow things down. You can see raindrops and things like that. Sometimes it's just all more too technical than you really need to know. But here's the thing, if it's at 30 frames a second and it's 720p or 30 frames a second at 1080p, that's a pretty good video for now, especially for a phone screen or phone size or tablet size. It's perfect. Anyway, that is my tip about editing and things like that. What do I use for an editor? I use something that changed its name. I used to use something called SSSVEDA Video. Now it's changed its name to something else. It had some kind of bad press. I don't know what all the negative press is about that editing system, but I thoroughly love it. I like it. It's linear. Obviously, they all are linear, but I have no problems with it. Sometimes I use Movie Maker. I use Movie Maker to speed things up, which I'll give you a hint of what that is right now. And that's what I would use the Movie Maker for, to speed things up. The SSSVEDA, which I can't remember what the new name of the company is. I'll put the name of it right here, and then you'll know what I'm talking about. Anyway, guys, what editing program do you use? What's your favorite editing program? I just don't have the ability to spend money on Premiere and Adobe, whatever, all that stuff at the moment. I just don't have $300 or $1,000 for all that stuff. Plus, the learning curve is a little bit up there from what I understand. So I'm happy just kind of like banging that stuff out with what I've got. And I think it transitions well. I think it works well. Anyway, guys, thank you for taking a minute to look at all this and like, comment, subscribe on what you have. I appreciate it. See you next time. See you around Veda. Take care.